Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today we are here with the next update for my product pan. This here is my main product pan where I just try to finish as many products as I can in the year. So this is my kind of main focus product pan. It is focused on different categories, basically covering a lot of my full routine. I can work on eyeshadows, I can work on lip products, I can work on base products, cheek products, anything goes in this project. But the thing that always stays the same is that the goal is to finish, not usage goals, not hit pan, just to finish. So it is a very exciting project for myself and I hope for you guys too, because it is a little bit more of a long haul project. It's more of a traditional type of product pan and I absolutely love it. I've been structuring my product pan like this for years now and I have no plans on changing it because I absolutely love it. So I do have a very exciting update today. I am so excited to share with you guys the progress on some of these products. I am pre-filming this one a little bit. I'm filming it on the 23rd of June, but despite that, despite having only like 3 weeks since my last update, I do have an amazing update. So I'm going to jump into the progress on my products, but before I do that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. Let's jump into the video. So we always start off with the products that have been in since the longest, and we have 3 products I believe that has been in since the beginning of the year. The rest have been rolled out in throughout the project because it is a rolling style product pan. But we're going to start off with this product right here, which is my Becca under Eye Corrector. I'm rolling the footage of what this one has been looking like. This one is one that I can easily incorporate into my routine. I love this product. I actually purchased quite a few backups of this one when Becca was going out of business, just because I thought that I wouldn't be able to get this one anymore. However, it is now available with Smashbox, which is really good for me because if I do run out of my backups, which I will do shortly, this is my second to last one, so I have this one and then I have just one more backup. I can eventually purchase it from Smashbox. But yeah, this is what it's been looking like. I've been reaching for it very frequently. It's been, between 25 to 30 plus usage every single month, and this is what it looked like last month. Since last update, I do have my lowest usage on this one so far, but again, I don't think that is because I used it any less. It's just because I had less time between updates, because I filmed my last update a little bit later because I was sick, and obviously I'm pre-filming this one. So I reached for 21 additional times and this is what it looks like today. So I'm hoping you can see some pan expansion on this one. I forgot to say, but I did hit pan on this one a couple months ago. And yeah, definitely can see the pan expansion, and this product is definitely getting lower in the tub. So yeah, that is the product right now. Again, you can see the pan there is quite large now and it's definitely getting lower. This part like down here is definitely still a bit thicker, but I don't think I have too many months left with this product. I think maybe we're done in like 2-3 months, but we're just gonna have to see. I don't mind working on this one at all because it is an easy product to incorporate and I really love it underneath my eyes to help correct like under there and brighten. Obviously I do use concealer as well, but this one just again ensures that I get a little bit more brightness underneath my eyes. So I do really love this product and that is why I have gone through so many of these over the years. But yeah, that is the first product and of course it's staying in the projects. The second product that we have is my blush, and this is the Frat Boy blush from The Balm. Again, you're looking at what it's been looking like. This is also something that's been in since the beginning of the year. I wanted to pull in a blush to work on, ultimately to finish, but I've heard that this blush is very difficult to finish. It's very hard pressed. It takes a long time to get progress on it. I also saw Jessica pan a mini balm blush last year, and I think even like it might have been even the year before that, and it took her forever to pan on that blush even. I think at that point she kind of had enough and she rolled it out of her project. But I know that this formula is very difficult to work on, but I've been reaching for this one very consistently. Again, I've been sitting, my lowest usage before was 23 uses in a month, highest was 30, so almost every single time I do my makeup I reach for this one. Of course there is days where I treat myself to other things, but it is my go-to blush for most looks. It is a beautiful kind of peachy pink blush, which means that it goes with a lot of different things. But this is what it looked like last month. Again, since then I have not been able to reach for it as much as normally, but it's again not because of me using it less, just because of the time between updates. So I have 20 additional uses on it and this is where it is today. Can you see it? Can you see the very exciting progress on this one? I was able to hit pan. I can't believe it. I said it at the last update that I was gonna try to hit pan on it, but I wasn't even sure if that was going to be possible because, again, I know how difficult these are to hit pan on, and yeah, I can't believe I got there, but yeah, I did, and let me talk you through it. So there you go, that is that shiny pan. I've been focusing my brush in that area for forever. You can see how big that dip is. It is definitely quite a deep blush. And yeah, I think I was able to pan on this one just because I have been focusing on the same area. I haven't really been going across the whole pan, so it is still a lot of product around the sides, which means that I'm not, like, I definitely don't think I'm going to be able to finish this whole thing this year, but I'm so excited to have pan on it now. I didn't think I would make it. I actually hit pan on this one yesterday, so very close to filming this update. I knew I was going to film this update today, and yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to get there. I've been thinking about it. I said even last update leading up to, like, yeah, last month, I had been looking every single time I dip my brush in. I was like, is today the day? Nope. Is today the day? Nope. So for like more than a month I've been thinking that way, and I did it. I hit pan on it yesterday, and it did take me 19 additional uses in this month for a total of 156 uses to hit pan on it, so very high. I know someone commented saying they had, I can't remember how many uses now, but someone told me how many uses they had on a different balm blush to hit pan, but this one, yeah, I think it took me a little bit less time just because, one, I've been focusing again in the same area every single time I use this blush, and two, I already had a little bit of use on it before this year, so I think that helped me hit pan on it. But 156 uses is still a crazy amount of time to hit pan on a product, but I'm very happy that I got there, and like I said, I did reach for this one additional time for a total of 20 in the past month, which is today, in today's look, because again I hit pan on it yesterday. So super exciting. That is one update I was so excited to share with you because yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to get there, and it's going to be so much more fun to track this product now when I have pan on it, because we're going to be able to see that pan expand. And yes, when I get towards the sides, it's definitely going to slow down because I need to like lower those, but I do definitely think there's going to be some pan expansion on this one before the next update. Then the third product that we have, that is I think the last one that's been in since the beginning of the year, is this palette right here, which is my Sleek palette. This is the highlighting palette in the type Solstice, and the shade that I've been working on is the shade Hemisphere, which you're looking at now. So it is this kind of purpley tone highlighter. I reached for this one a lot last year. I actually tried to finish this whole palette last year, but I wasn't quite able to get there. And this purpley shade I used a lot for Franken shades because it's not my favorite shade on its own. But this year I decided to keep it as it is, and I decided to work on it, you know, with other things, mixing it as I used it rather than franking it. So you can see what it's been looking like. It's definitely one that I've been using a little bit less than some of the other products in this project because it hasn't been the easiest to reach for every single day. It's quite pale, it's quite lavender, so the undertone doesn't quite suit my skin tone. But I've been very determined to finish it. So I've been sitting between 8 and the highest was 19 uses per month. So again, fluctuating a little bit. And this is what it looked like last month. I had quite a few uses on it then, and I had also repressed it, as you could see throughout the footage. And since then I have reached for this one 14 times, and this is where it is today, or where it isn't today, because I've finally been able to finish it. I am so excited to have this one done. I can't believe this whole palette is now finished. It is so exciting. I've been working on this shade again for so long, and yeah, it's done. I managed to finish it, which was one of my goals. This is the second product on top of the blush that I was hoping to have like that goal hit on. I wasn't sure if I was going to get there, but I was really determined, so I'm happy that I was able to. So yeah, that is the palette now. It is completely empty, and that is the pan that had that highlighter in it, and again, it is completely done. So this is now a finished palette. It means that this whole product is now completed from my collection. I can count this as a done product. It is also on my 50 products that I want to pan in 2025 list, so that means that this palette right here is now ticked off that list fully. I don't count products like individual pans in product like this, I only count them when the whole thing is done. So it's so satisfying to be able to take that off the list because it was on the list last year as well. But yeah, it took me 14 additional uses, like I said, in the past month to finish it, for a total of 79 uses this year. I didn't count previous, like what used from last year, just because I used it in Frankens and I didn't have that noted down. But 79 uses since I rolled it into this project, and yeah, couldn't be happier. It's actually really funny because this I also finished yesterday. So yesterday was a really exciting makeup day for me because I finished this highlighter and I hit pan on the blush, which was these two massive milestones. So very exciting day yesterday, and it made me even more excited to film this update today. So next product that we have been in for 5 months now. So I rolled this one in update 1. And that is my Chanel powder. So again, I'm rolling the footage of what this one has been looking like. This is the Natural Finish Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent 3. It is a really, really good powder. I worked on it a lot last year. I actually had 78 tracked uses on it last year. But I didn't have pan on it yet. However, I was able to pan on it in the first month, and since then I have been expanding the pan. It is a little bit deep for me, but I have been able to use it as like a light bronzer in winter, and now when I finally do have a little bit more of a tan, I'm able to reach for this one on like the perimeters of my face a bit more, to like set that area. I can almost use it all over my face now, which is good, but I think I need to use like one shade deeper for it to go absolutely everywhere. I kind of have to avoid my under eye area, otherwise it goes a bit darker. But it's definitely easier for me to reach for now. I have been working away on it, and I was saying last month that it was time to repress this product just because it was getting really difficult to get in this pan. So I decided to do that, and this is what it looked like after repressing. Again, this is last month. I didn't repress it straight away after my update, so I had even less time with this one than those 3 weeks just because life got busy. So I haven't had as much use on it as I normally have, but I have reached for it 15 additional times, and this is what it looks like today. Of course, it is in different packaging now, but yeah, I'm happy that I was able to reach for it a little bit more this month, and I'm hoping again that I can continue incorporating this one into like my everyday routine again, now when I have it in a new compact. The original compact is empty, as you can see, but I do have it repressed into this compact right here, which is my Charlotte Tilbury powder. It is a little bit of a weird formula, and I knew that was probably going to happen because it is like a bit hard panny even in the original compact, but it's, as you can see, it's a little bit like lumpy bumpy, so it's not the most pretty repress, but it's definitely still usable, and it hasn't cracked or anything yet, even though there is some cracks throughout it. So I do think it will stay like this, and hopefully I don't have to repress it again. But it's something that to be cautious about if you do have this formula in your own collection. Just be a bit careful when you do repress it, if you do want to repress it, because it is a little bit difficult to work with now when it's repressed. But yeah, that is the next product. It is of course staying in. As you can see, it now is a lot of product left in here. This pan already had a lot of product in it. It had 15 grams, so I'm not surprised that there is so much left in here after repressing. But yeah, I am determined to, it's not focusing on it. I am determined to get this one done, but it still might take quite a few more months. Moving on, we do have 4 products that have been in for 4 months. That was a really good update. I think that was update 2 for the year. So I rolled in quite a few products, so let's talk about them. The first one is this one right here, which is my foundation. This is the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Foundation in the shade 1W1 Cashmere. This is one that I've been working on. It's not like an old foundation or anything, but it's just not my absolute favorite formula. So I want to rotate it through, and it's a good product to work on in this project. So this is just one that I'm working away on. You can't see through the packaging or anything like that, which is a bit unfortunate, but I do feel like this one is definitely getting lighter. I have been reaching for this one a decent amount of time every single month. I don't reach for it every single time I do my makeup, just because again it isn't my favorite formula. So if I want my makeup to last like throughout the whole day, so for example going to the office, which I am no longer doing by the way because my maternity leave has started, but you know, even going out in evenings, or if I do my makeup and I know I'm gonna wear it all day, I don't really reach for this one. So I've been sitting around 15 uses per month, which is about half of the time I do my makeup. However, in the past month I have been working from home more, so I have been able to get a little bit more use on it, which is actually surprising considering that normally or the other products I have slightly less, because again less time between updates. But I was able to reach for this one 17 times, So a decent amount. I'm very, very happy with that, and I'm just going to continue working on it, and we'll see how long it takes to actually finish. Next up we have my bronzer in this project. This is from LYS. This is the No Limits matte bronzer in the shade Motivate Light. So this is what it looked like. As you can see, I have been working on this one, but it's not showing much progress. It's quite a hard pressed formula, and it's also quite deep even though it is in the shade Light. So I do have to work on it quite lightly whenever I do reach for it. But I have high usage on this one. It's been in for 4 months. I've been reaching for 25 times, then 26, then 26. So still high. And in the past month I have kept that up for the most part. Again, slightly less time between updates. But I have 22 additional uses on it. I don't know how quickly going through the video footage, but I'm hoping at now you're looking at what it looks like last month. So like I said, I have reached for it 22 additional times since then, and this is what it looks like today. So I don't know how much of a difference you can see. In person I can see a little bit of a dip, but honestly, again, this bronzer is moving very, very slowly, which is a little bit demotivating, but overall I'm still hopeful that I can finish it this year. So yeah, this is the bronzer, and again, not sure if you can pick up that slight dip at all. I think maybe a little bit if I do that, but it's not moved very quickly at all, and I'm just trucking away on it. It is one that I now use every single day. It was a little bit deep for me early in the year, so I had to be very cautious with it, but now I do reach for it every day, so I'm hopeful that I can make some more progress on it quicker moving forward. But for now, not the most exciting product in this project. Then the next product we have, which has also been in for 4 months, is this one right here, which is a contour powder. So quite similar to the last product, but obviously contour rather than bronzer. However, I actually reached for this one together. This is the Kevin Kwan sculpting powder, and it was one that I was struggling a little bit early in the year because I don't really contour much anymore. However, like I said, I have been mixing this one with my bronzer because that one is quite deep, like I said, and this product is a little bit lighter, and also the other one is quite warm tone. This is obviously very cool tone, so I think mixing them together works really, really beautifully, and I have been loving using this one that way. So kind of like a bronzer, I guess, but obviously only mixed with other bronzer. So I have been able to reach for it quite a lot, and this past month is actually my highest usage. So this is what it looked like last month, but since then I have reached for it 21 additional times, which again I am super, super happy with. And this is what it looks like today. So probably not the most massive difference, but I can definitely see again a slight dip in person. So even though there's still a lot of product left in here and a long way to go, at least it is moving a little bit, which is again exciting, because there was a time when I wasn't sure if I was going to be even close to finishing this one, maybe not even hit pan before the end of the year. That is this product, and again, hopefully you can see there that slight dip. Obviously a long way to go with this one, but I'm now happy that I have found a way that I like using it, and hopefully with that I can start getting a bit quicker progress on this one, because yeah, there was a time where, you know, in the previous updates I reached for it 6 times, 10 times and 1 time, and with those usage it wasn't going to go anywhere before the end of the year. But now with the 21 uses, if I keep that up every single month, hopefully I can, I don't know if I'm going to finish this one this year, but at least I can hopefully get a lot of progress on it. So we have 3 more products to go, and first up is the last product I rolled in again 4 months ago, and that is this eyeshadow right here. So I'm going to roll the footage. This is the Stila Magnificent Metals eyeshadow in Metallic Peach, which is one that I have again been struggling a little bit with. Not because I don't like it. I mean, it's not my favorite eyeshadow for sure, but I do still like it, especially on my inner corner. But I just forget about this one because it is a potted shade, which is not something that I reach for on the daily. But I have been trying to get as much use as I can. I reached for it twice the first month, once the second month, and then 7 times actually leading up to last update, and this is what it looked like at that point. So I definitely stepped up my usage game. I made sure to incorporate this one. I think I said at that time, like, if I don't reach for it a decent amount, I need to use declutter it, because I can't just have 1 or 2 use on it every single month. But this is what it looks like today. I have reached for it 3 additional times, which is not as high maybe as I would have wanted. But again, given that I've had less time between updates, I am still happy with that number, and it is still higher than those initial couple of months. So yeah, that is the product right there. Obviously pan is very big. I am getting closer to finish it every single month, but it's still a lot of product in here. But I am super, super determined to have this one out this year. I am definitely gonna do it. if I don't end up decluttering this one is for sure going to be done this year because I worked on it for so long. I have 56 uses on it tracked from previous years, so in 2024. So a lot of progress in this product, but again, like I said, there's a decent amount of product left, so I will try to finish it as much as I can, but I probably have to start using this one more all over my lid or like on my nails and stuff like that to actually get the usage up. But I'm still happy with the free uses for the past month, even though, again, I definitely could have done better. Okay, so 2 more products to go. The next product I rolled in 3 months ago, and that is my Pie The Impossible Glow Highlighting Drops. So this is another highlighter. I'm crazy this year and I'm trying to finish so many highlighters. At least now one of them is done, which is a sleek palette. But this one, like I said, has been in for 3 months, and I already had, I used this one last year, and you can see the progress lines on this side. However, I did mark it on this side now, so that is where it started when I first rolled it in, and I have been making slow progress. The first month I was in the project, I reached for 6 times, then 4, and in the past month I reached for it 3 times, but as you might be able to see, there is a decent amount of progress this past month, and that is because we are finally in summer, and I mean, summer has been around on and off for a while, but it is full-on summer now. We've had a bit of a heat wave in the last week or 2, so I've had a lot more skin showing, and that means that I've been able to reach for this one more heavily than I have previously, and that's also why it's moved so much with only 3 uses. But yeah, I'm very, very hopeful that this one can be done soon. Maybe not next month, but hopefully the month after that for sure. Again, we'll see what happens. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna go out or do my makeup in the next month, again, due to my baby coming soon. So if it's not done next month, it might be done the month after that. So that's exciting because that means another highlighter completed. But of course, for now, it is sticking around. Then the very last product that we have to talk about rolled in last month, and that is another foundation type of product. This is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream, and I have mine in the shade Natural 05. So this is a bit of a deeper type of shade. It is more of a skin tint, and I really like this formula. But again, it is a little bit deeper. I think when I have a full-on tan, it would suit me perfectly on its own. But right now, I have been mixing it with this foundation, and that's how I've been using these two. So I get a lot of use on both of these. So this one, I have actually reached for, I think slightly more than I reached for it exact same. I've reached for it 17 times, exact same as the Laura Mercier foundation. So I'm very excited with that because again, it only rolled in last month and I can already feel like it's getting lower. Unfortunately, same with the other foundation, I can't see through this packaging at all, but it definitely feels lower. I would guess it's like max down here, so I don't think it's going to take too long to finish, which is great because it is again a bit of a deeper shade, which means that if I had this one lingering until autumn, winter, I'm not sure if I would get through it, but I'm going to focus on it now in the summer months when, again, I have a little bit deeper and hopefully it can be done before I lose my tan. Alright, so those are all of the products that I've been working on over the past month. So the last thing to do is really to replace the sleek highlighting palette that I finished. So we do have one rollout, which means one product is rolling in. And what I decided to focus on, because I went through my list of products that I want to pan this year, and almost all of them are in projects. The only kind of, you know, base product type or cheap product type or product that I could roll into this project really would be the Kosas powder, but since I still have the Chanel powder left, I want to focus on that one first, and I feel like having both of them in would kind of, you know, compete with each other. So I had to look at the eyeshadows that were in on the list and also the lip products. And for eyeshadows, I believe I am working on all of them either already in this project, the Stila shade, or on in my BYOP and Panda palette. So the only product really, if I didn't want to go with the Kosas one or something outside of the list, was a lip product. So what I decided to go with is this product right here. This is my Dior Lip Glow. This is just the original shade. I've had it around for years and years and years. But I think this one is a good one because it is more of a lip balm type of product, even though it does give it a little bit of color. And that is how much I have left of it, so not too much. And I also think this is going to be a perfect product to work on now because, again, having a baby, I'm not sure how much colored lip product I'm going to wear, so this one is going to be absolutely perfect. So yeah, I am excited to work on this one. I have no idea how long it's going to take to finish. I haven't panned one of these in the past, and all of the use on this one is kind of organic. So yeah, well, actually no, I have panned one of these in the past, but I can't remember how quickly it moved. That was like the holographic type of shade in this range. But yeah, I can't remember how long that took to finish, so we're just gonna have to see how it goes. I will go ahead and show you the mark on the paper because I have make a mark so I can follow and track this along on like in my panning notebook. So like I said, this is the line. Ignore this one because that is the Deco panning, but yeah, you can see right there where it's starting, and I will show you the progress line every single month in here. Hopefully it will move a decent amount every single month because it is a lip balm type of product, and it's also something that I can use to throw on whenever, so I thought this would be a good product to incorporate into this project. But there you go, you guys, that is going to be it for my product pan update. I am so excited for this update. It's been such a fun one, even though again I had less time between updates. I'm just so proud of myself because I hit both of my goals, which I wasn't sure if I was going to do, and I got to roll something else in. So as I have mentioned in a lot of videos, I probably sound repetitive if you are following along all my projects and all my videos, but I want to mention it here anyway because I know this is one of my most popular series. I am due to have my baby, which I have mentioned. It could happen any day now, and because of that I don't know, one, how much makeup I will be wearing, and two, when I will be able to film next. It will all depend on how the routine is going and how long it takes us to get into that routine. So I am not sure if I'm going to have the update up as per normal next month, or if it's going to be up a little bit later, or if I'm going to skip it completely and just update in 2 months time. I will keep you guys updated. The good thing about this project is that it's a little bit later until I need to update it again. It will be the beginning of August. So fingers crossed I can have the update up by then. Hopefully by that point I will be in that routine. But again, it just depends on when she makes her arrival and also just how I get on being a mother. So take it as it comes. If there's no update next month, you know why. But I will do my very best to keep this on schedule and update you guys next month, even if progress won't be very good. But we'll just have to see. I'm going to take life as it comes for the next couple of weeks. But I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will of course catch you in my next one. Bye guys!